How do you fill your exercise sandbag? Part 2. This is the second part of how to fill your sandbag because the first one, we covered the basics. In the second one, we're going to go a little bit more in depth and offer you some other loading options. So, let's just say that we use sand for all of our fill bags. And all the bags will be, say, 9.5 to 9.3 pounds if we use the velcro line at the bottom as our limit, and also a playground sand rather, which is that density that will give us 9.3 to 9.5 pounds for that fill bag height. But if you have to have a reduced weight for a workout, you'll have to either take some sand out of the bags, each fill bag, or you'll have to remove fill bags from the exterior shell bag itself. And those things might not be desirable. It will affect the overall size and shape of the sandbag, and it might not give you the greatest training experience, or else it might be fine. But we're going to give you this example here of how to use all the fill bags and still maintain the size and shape of the bag, but reduce the overall weight. So this is what we'd recommend. So we have this bag right here. This is our fill bag. This one is filled with rubber mulch right here. Now, rubber mulch can be found in any hardware store, any home store, Lowe's, Home Depot. And when you fill the fill bag up to the bottom of this line, which is the max fill line for any fill that you're going to use, if it's going to be sand or if it's going to be rubber mulch, just up to this bottom line here, it's going to give you about 4 pounds, depending on the actual size of the mulch. Everyone's going to grind their mulch a little bit different size, which is going to allow for more weight per unit volume. So right about here we get about 4 pounds. So that's what we'll do here is we'll have a workout, for example, say it's going to be something that I'm working on technique with. It's new, or it's more of an endurance-based exercise. I will not be able to do 60 pounds for the whole time. So I will fill some of the fill bags with mulch, and I will leave some of the fill bags with sand. So if I leave 3 with mulch, that'll give me about 3 times 3 is 9, we'll say 0.3, so almost 10 pounds. 10 pounds with mulch, and it will give me roughly 28.5 with the sand. So the overall will be around 40 pounds. So it's not too bad. It shows you that there's a reduction in the overall weight, but the shape and size of the sandbag will stay the same. So it'll still kind of feel the same for your overhead presses or for your carries. The shape's not going to change, but the weight will. So that might be a way to fill your sandbags with a mix of mulch in some of the bags and sand in the other kind of the bags, in the other bags. But isn't it a pain taking out the sand from the fill bags? Well, we'll show you something. We did this on an absolutely massive scale, and it worked very well actually. And what we found, and you might not use the same actual technique, but you might use the same idea. If you'll need to change the contents of your fill bag, having the sand or the fill right here. This is a vacuum sealed sandbag. Okay, we basically weighed out 10 pounds of sand, put it into a vacuum sealer, sealed the bag, and now this fill can be interchanged with mulch very easily. Do it on the fly. You don't have to worry about sand going everywhere, right? You might even use a Ziploc bag, heavy freezer bag, but this one here is tough. These are tough, heavy-duty vacuum sealed bags, and yeah, we did this on a very large scale. It lasted, it still lasts for a great time. So we're using the vacuum sealed bags here. So you pull it out to add in your mulch. When you're done, take out your mulch, put it in that container, and then put the vacuum sealed bags back in place. Now, the good thing about these bags is that you can get them in different thicknesses. So this one here is a highest thickness you can get for a freezer bag. And you can get these on Amazon. I mean, you might even have a vacuum sealer at home. We got these off of Amazon. You can get them at Walmart too. Just put your sand in there, weigh it out, and then that'll be it. And then when it comes time to put it back in, shake it down like this, roll it up a little bit, and slowly just kind of funnel it back in place here. Give it a few shakes, and there we go. Push it in, seal it, and there you have it, right? So if you need to fill your fill bags with mulch and sand, interchange them, the vacuum seal option is a great option. Now, even if you want to just run straight sand in your sandbags, the vacuum seal option is a great option because, first of all, over time, sand gets very fine. It's going to come out of this a little bit. There's going to be a little bit of dust inside the shell here. But if you put it in a vacuum seal bag and close these, you never have to worry about anything leaking out. So there are 2 tips. If you want to interchange the fill pretty quickly, freezer bags or vacuum seal bags will help. Nice quick change. If you just want to run sand, you can still vacuum seal it, still keep the dust down to a bare minimum, if not 0, and it's still going to be easy to put inside your exterior shell. So when you're filling your sandbags, you can think about those 2 options for those reasons. If you have any questions, drop in the comments below.